Okay, say it with me. Edinburgh. Edinburgh. No Edinburgh, no Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Welcome to Scotland. Quick 1 hour flight from London to Edinburgh, quick 30-minute bus ride. So you have two options from Edinburgh Airport. You can take the tram or you can take the bus. I decided to take the bus because it's £1 cheaper and it was leaving as soon as I got there. But Edinburgh is very, very, very impressive. I'm so excited to show you this city. I've never been here before. I have been all the way to Australia and New Zealand and I've never been to Scotland before. That's pretty incredible, right? But Edinburgh is amazing. There is so much history here. I'm going to be here for 1 week, so we have plenty of time to see everything, and there is a lot to see. Wow, look at that. There is so much old stuff and history in Edinburgh. I'm so excited to see it and show you. So return ticket for the airport bus from the airport to the city was £8, and then the tram was £9.50. So up there is Princess Street, a very busy shopping street, and we're going to walk through Princess Street Gardens. Let's take a walk up here. So today's date is April the 9th, 2025, and it is cold. I'm not gonna say it's cold anymore because of course it's Scotland and Scotland is cold. Let's talk about the Scottish accent just for a second because it is extremely difficult to understand. Even English people have difficulty understand Scottish people speaking English. It should be its own language, to be honest, but I love the Scottish accent. It's one of my favorites. It's so funny. I think it sounds so cool, but very, very difficult to understand. Some of the funniest people I know are Scottish. They are very, very, very funny people. This park is very, very nice. Edinburgh is extremely popular, so there are so many tourists here, but you know who the locals are because they're wearing shorts. I'm like, damn Daniel, it's cold, and then the Scottish people are wearing shorts. Incredible. This park is extremely nice. I want to run through here, and it's so clean as well. Anybody know what that is? I'll tell you in a second, but let me educate you just a little bit, just in case you didn't know. So I am from England. I am also from the United Kingdom. Right now I'm in Scotland. Scotland is also in the United Kingdom. It's a little bit confusing, but many people don't know the difference. So the United Kingdom is a country. My passport says United Kingdom, but England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, they are nations inside the United Kingdom. Republic of Ireland, where Dublin in, that is nothing to do with the UK. That's a completely different country, but there are 4 nations inside the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is a country. So I am British, I'm from the UK, I'm also from England. Pretty confusing, huh? I actually did not need a passport to fly from London to Edinburgh because of course I'm not leaving the country. It's like Americans flying from Los Angeles to Orlando. It's the same thing. So up there is the Edinburgh Castle. I'm not going in today, I'm going in tomorrow because you need a reservation, and my reservation is for tomorrow. So hit subscribe. I'm going to be here for 7 days. So many great things planned for this week, but Edinburgh Castle is going to be in tomorrow's video. Ooh, they got a beer garden here. They got a kids playground over there. I assume this place is super duper busy in the summer when the weather is good. So many people playing. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. Wow. So just a quick word again on countries. Like I said, I'm from England, I'm also from Britain, I'm also from the United Kingdom. So when people ask me where I'm from, it depends where they're from, because if they're from Scotland, then I would say I'm from England. But if an American asks me where I'm from, I would say the UK. So it's a little bit confusing, but I'm from all 3 of them. And Republic of Ireland is nothing to do with the UK. That's completely different. But Scotland and England, they're inside the United Kingdom. They're also inside Great Britain. There you go. So many kids playing in the playground. Wow. Like I said, it's surprising that I've never ever been to the other countries inside the United Kingdom. I've been all the way to the other side of the world. Never been to Wales before. This is my first time in Scotland. Never been to Northern Ireland. I've been to Dublin, but yeah, never been here. I've been asked so many times to show more of England, and I definitely need to do that because this is England, this is the United Kingdom, and I've been to Birmingham, so this is where Birmingham is on the map. It's right in the middle. It's called the Midlands. That is the most north I've been in England. So that was Princess Street Gardens, and we're gonna head back onto Princess Street. It's super duper busy shopping street. A lot of buses, a lot of taxis, cars, tourists. We are going to explore Edinburgh together because everything is going to be new to me. So Edinburgh is a very, very old city. There's so much history here, including the Edinburgh Castle up there, but history dates back 3,000 years. Incredible. There's so much to see. See that man right there? He's not wearing a skirt, he's wearing a kilt. Scottish. Here is the Scottish National Gallery. I'm gonna go there too. I have an action-packed week. I'm so excited. Wow. We are gonna take a walk, I guess, downtown Edinburgh. It's gonna be fun. Let's go. I do think it's so funny that so many people say Edinburgh. No, Edinburgh. Man, the architecture here is just incredible. It's so impressive. Wow. Edinburgh is so different to London, by the way. So there's a girl here playing bagpipes. That is a traditional Scottish instrument. It sounds horrible. Can you hear it? It's a horrible noise. Here is St. Giles Cathedral. I do plan on going there, but not today. We're going to go there in a few days. So this is called the Royal Mile, and we're going to walk all the way along it because at the end is something very, very, very interesting. So let's walk along the Royal Mile. I think it's so funny how places develop because the Royal Mile, it was very, very significant back in the day. I'm going to tell you the history when we get to the end because you'll understand more when we get there. But right now, there's street performers. You can get your face painted, you can get your picture done. It's so interesting how places change for entertainment. Because this used to be a very, very important street, and now they have a guy juggling in the middle of the street. They do have the red phone boxes here, just like London, and they look exactly the same as London, just trashed. They're not used as phone boxes anymore, so unfortunately they don't get taken care of, and they all look trashy. You can hear some more bagpipes. This guy's playing the bagpipes and he's wearing a kilt. He is so Scottish. Wow. So I was just walking down the street and it said craft fair. It's inside this old church. Look at this. That is so cool. It's like homemade stuff and crafts. Wow. Incredible building. Edinburgh also has a famous university, Edinburgh University. Many, many international students come to Edinburgh. I see a Christmas shop. We gotta go to a Christmas shop. The Nutcracker Christmas shop, and next door, really Scottish. We'll look at there after. Let's go inside the Christmas shop. Christmas in April, huh? Wow. Do you think you'd be really cheery every day if you worked in a Christmas shop, or would you be miserable because it's not Christmas? Let's check out really Scottish. The lady in there has the best Scottish accent. Oh my gosh. So a men's kilt is £25. I actually didn't know they have ladies' kilts. I didn't know that. They're shorter than the men's kilts. There are so many pubs on the Royal Mile. There's one there and there's one directly opposite. Wow, so many. See what I mean about history? That building there is from 1755. Incredible. Here is another pub. That clock is so cool. There's a little door up there and a tiny, tiny bridge. Wow. I have made it to the end of the Royal Mile. At one end is the Edinburgh Castle and at the other end is the Palace of the Holyroodhouse. And this is the Scottish residence of the royal family. And that guy that everybody knows as the King of England, he's not the King of England, he's the King of the United Kingdom, and when he visits Scotland, this is where he stays. It was built in 1128, and maybe the most famous resident is Mary, Queen of Scots. Very impressive building. There he is. That is the King of the United Kingdom. I don't know how often he visits here, but you can go inside. If you want a tour of the palace and see some special rooms, then you need to pay £55, 55 quid, 55 smackaroonies. Not my kind of thing, not going to do it. But one thing I am going to do is this. So that is Arthur's Seat, and you can go all the way to the top there. I'm not going to do it today. I'm going to do it in a few days, hopefully, if the weather stays good, because today is a Wednesday and the rest of the week the weather's supposed to be good. It's supposed to be 20 degrees tomorrow, which is very, very, very good, and then it's going to rain this weekend. So hopefully the weather's okay and I can go right to the top over there. I love these kind of streets. This is not cobbled street, right? But extremely old. I assume these were old stables. That's what it looks like, old horse stables, but I love streets like this. Taking a shortcut through the cemetery here. Some of the biggest gravestones I've ever seen. Some of these are huge. All of these are so old. 1859, 1838, 1842. Wow, almost 200 years old, some of these. Very nice view of here. So like I said, that is Arthur's Seat. I'm going to go there a few days. I just looked up that one. It says Robert Burns, 1759 to 1796. Over 200 years old, and he was known as the national poet of Scotland. So that's why he has the biggest one. Thank you so much for watching my videos and subscribing. If you're new, then hit subscribe, because I'm so grateful that I get to do this, visiting new cities, filming some cool videos. I hope that you're finding this interesting, and I'm just so lucky that I get to do this. So thank you so much. I'm heading uphill here. We can get a great view, another church down there. Wow, what a place. I had no idea that Edinburgh was so mountainous, so many hills around. Going to the top of Calton Hill. Apparently it's rubbish. Let's see if it's rubbish. That is the National Monument of Scotland. Right there is Nelson. He's getting a facelift, and I think over here we can see a viewpoint of the whole city. Here we go. That is Edinburgh, Scotland. I like that there's no tall buildings. Very, very historic city. I love thinking about life here 100, 200, 500 years ago. Impossible to imagine, but definitely one of those cities where it makes me think about history. It is very windy up here, but very, very impressive view. There is the National Rugby Stadium, Murrayfield. Rugby is very big in Scotland, and of course England. Football is very popular here too. Rugby, not my thing. There you go, Edinburgh. So the highest point of the hill is the top of the Nelson Monument. You can actually go up there, of course not right now, under construction, but this is the view from the southern point. We can see Arthur's Seat right there. I see people right at the top there. I see them right there. I bet it's cold up there. So we see the palace, and then the other side of the Royal Mile we see Edinburgh Castle. I was reading online about the Royal Mile. It used to be a quick way to get from the castle to the palace, because of course they're both royal places, but right, like I said, right now there's like jugglers there, and there's souvenir shops and pubs. It's funny how times change. Let's head down the hill now. So one thing that you must know before you visit Edinburgh, a lot of homeless people here. I'm seeing a lot on the street, which is very, very sad. So that was Calton Hill. It's not rubbish, they were lying. I'm just passing through Edinburgh Waverley train station. It is massive. It is huge. You can get to anywhere in Scotland. They also go to Manchester as well. Huge station. This is not a good area. There's so many homeless and drunk people around, and they're very, very aggressive. It's not nice, but I'm gonna go check into the hotel. See you at dinner. Hello, almost 5 o'clock. I'm gonna go and get some dinner at a place that I read about online. Gotta get there before 5, closes at 5. We're going to Oink. I am so excited to explore the rest of Edinburgh. I did have to change my plans just a little bit because I'm here for 7 days. We have 4 days of sunshine and then 3 days of rain, so I've had to change a few things, but tomorrow we're definitely going inside Edinburgh Castle because I have a reservation. See, stuff like this, I just love it. Just like a million years old, just walking through stone buildings. I think it's amazing. Like, this building is probably older than the United States of America. It's incredible. I can hear bagpipes again. Looks like a concert or something. So many people, and there's a man playing bagpipes wearing a kilt. Just look at this cool street. So cool. So Bertie's Fish and Chips, this is my backup plan if we can't get into Oink, but Oink is just down here. Look at this pretty street. So cool, and I love the actual road as well. I bet it's so old. Incredible. Let's try and go to Oink, get some pulled pork. I've got dinner, let's try and find somewhere to eat this because there are people everywhere. It's so busy. All right, I got it. So it's pulled pork, and then you get a choice of size, which I got sage and onion. You can get haggis as well, and haggis, it sounds horrible to me. So it looks absolutely delicious, but it's tiny. It's so small, and you'll be very surprised how much I paid for this because I saw it online. I was so excited about it, but it's very, very small. But let me try it, and hopefully it's good. All right, my camera's on a bin right now. So let's give this a try. It does look really good, but it's way smaller than I expected. So let's get some pulled pork there. Let's get some sage and onion. Absolutely delicious. I've got barbecue sauce as well. That is really, really, really good. But I paid £10 for this. £10 for that. That small sub was £10 for a small tub. That's like $13 US. Incredible. Next time, fish and chips. Man, what a disappointment. I've literally been looking forward to that all day. It was delicious, but it was tiny. And 10 quid, I wouldn't pay 10 quid for that again. Fish and chips next time, definitely. Once again, I just love these old streets and the old buildings. What an incredible city. Like I said, I'm going to be here for 7 days. This is the end of day 1. Thank you so much. Hopefully you want to see more of Edinburgh. If you do, then hit the subscribe. Hit the like to tell me that you enjoyed this video. Write me a comment. I reply to every single comment because I appreciate your feedback so much. Thank you, channel members, for supporting me. Click the join button below this video to become a channel member. See you tomorrow for more Edinburgh fun. Bye bye.